Video is to walk you through how to search Redalyc for finding articles in Spanish, as well as the thought process about choosing a particular article. So let's go ahead and click on Redalyc. Now this is a free resource like DLNet. The biggest difference between this one and DLNet is that everything in here is already full text. It does have a quirk. The search engine is it's not the most sophisticated. And so if you have more than one word or more than one simple phrase, you're going to have to type in "and" in all caps in between. So let's say I want to find articles about gender and gender stereotypes and telenovelas. So telenovelas, and in all caps, narrow, and stereotypos. I think I spelled that right. We're about to find out. All right, I got 328 results. Why so many? Because it's keyword searching the entire text of the article. So the relevance ranking, similar to like if you search JSTOR, basically it's how many times are your words appearing in the article. There are ways of narrowing down. The date, unfortunately, you can't put a date range in. You'd have to pick the particular years that you want. Certainly we want to narrow to Spanish. There are a few in Portuguese and in English. The discipline one, my playing around with this is this will radically change the relevance of what shows up here. So if you are unhappy with these results, then certainly go ahead and try to pick a particular discipline. The country here is not a geographical where the article geographically is, there's the subject of the article. Instead, I think what it is where the journal is published. Because when I tried narrowing to say Mexico, then I would get articles about, I'd still get articles about Colombia and Brazil and stuff like that. So I think it's where the journal is from. So let's just narrow to Spanish. Okay, so the first one seems pretty broad. We could take a look at the summary, and it still seems rather broad to me. Let's scroll down here. So the third one's kind of more what I had in mind, gender identity. Again, we could look at the summary of it. This is an indication that it has different versions of this particular article. If you click on the title of it, it'll bring it up in where you can really browse the article. They've even chunked the article here. The sections. Does it have references? Yes, it has references. You definitely only want articles that have references, preferably, several references, not just a few. If this only has a few references, that's sort of a red flag. Also helpful to me in my poor Spanish is that there's actually an English abstract for this particular one. Let's go ahead and take a look at the whole article. So you can go ahead and click on PDF. So here's the PDF that it generated. Now there's some interesting things happening here. It asked me, how do I cite this article? And more information about the article, etc. So the how do I cite this article feature, that goes back to Redalyc. And it's thinking. So it generated an MLA citation, but just like in our other databases, you probably will need to fix some things. So if you copy and paste this, things that stand out to me, I believe Estudio should be capitalized because it's after the colon. And then it's not spelling out volume and numbers, so it should be volumen and numero. But you can fix those things to make sure that it's MLA 8th in Espanol. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. We go back to the PDF here. Now, a red flag for me looking at this PDF is if I wanted to cite a page number, I don't have a page number here. Normally, what I should see is a running header, footer of the citation for the article, and I should see the page numbers for the journal that was published in, and I'm not seeing those. So it did come from Redalyc. It's not that I think that it's bogus, but it's not the most official version, I don't think. So there is a way, let's see if maybe the journal has a better version of it. La Ventana here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the title, which is pretty specific. And if I go back to my guide for Spanish, locate the full text of the article. If we go to Google and we paste it in quotation marks, and go back and put the other quotation mark in. I want to keep those words together as an exact phrase. Make it more specific. So I found ResearchGate. We were already at Redalyc. Cielo is another database, free database, similar to Redalyc. This is her own website. So let's see which version she put up on her own website. So in this case, she's linking back to, it looks like, to the journal homepage. So yeah, we're at the journal's website here. And the PDF here, this looks much better. Ah, I have page numbers. I know what page I'm directly quoting from. And I have this running citation as a running footer as well. So this is more of the kind of PDF I'm looking for a journal article.